Today, I'm going to try to take over the #1 spot in the world in this challenge. If you've seen one of my previous videos, you saw that I tied a perfect score in Specto Bowling's Wheel of Targets challenge. Then I figured out that there was actually a leaderboard, and the guy leading in the world had done it 6 times. Braden Malish had gotten the perfect score on the easiest difficulty 6 times. So today I'm gonna take over the #1 spot in the world. In this, I'm gonna beat Braden's record. I'm gonna do it 7 times, get the perfect score in Wheel of Targets 7 times. The tricky part about this challenge is you have to be fairly accurate, but you also have to know how to line up. You can't line up wrong, because then you're not gonna hit what you're trying to hit at the arrows. So that's the 2 things that can kind of mess me up if I throw a bad shot or if I get lined up wrong. So I'll kind of speed run through the first 5-ish rounds here, because those are not super interesting. Then when we get to tying Braden's record and then breaking it, we're gonna go real time again, and I'm gonna do some commentary. So let's get started, and hopefully I don't miss. If you don't know what Wheel of Targets is, it's in the Specto Bowling app. It's a challenge where Specto gives you 8 targets at the arrows you have to hit. If you hit them on your first attempt, you get 3 points. Maximum score thereby is 24 points. So I have to hit the target Specto gives me on my first shot every time for 6 rounds to beat Braden's record. I've done it once. You can watch that video. I'll link that in the description. I'm going to do it 6 more times today. So it's a lot of shots where I have to hit my target. The good thing, I'm doing it on the easiest difficulty, which is kind of like the house shot version of this challenge. You have 2 boards on each side of your target to hit for it to be approved. If you do it on the hardest difficulty, it's only half a board. And I'm really happy it's the easy one, because I'm really sore from working out. So my legs are a little squirrely under me. So not sure I can be super accurate today. So I might need the 2 boards. One thing to note about this, it only counts what I do at the arrows. I don't have to strike, I don't have to hit the target, but I'm gonna try to get lined up and change my game, my speed, my hand positions, so I get at least close to the target whatever target it gives me. But I just have to hit my target at the arrows. That was very, very fortunate. So I've done it 5 times now, and definitely starting to be noticing I'm starting to miss a little bit more, so probably speeding through it a little bit too much, but need 1 more to tie Braden, 2 more to beat him. So let's go. Okay, so this is the last shot. If I get this, it's 6 times perfect score, tying Braden's record at the top of the leaderboard. Last couple shots have been pretty close to being misses, so definitely have to be conscious about what I'm doing here. I have to hit 10, second arrow. Let's get it done and tie Braden. That was honestly a pretty bad shot, but it got close enough. So that's 6 times 24, 6 times perfect score, tie for the #1 spot on the world leaderboard. 1 more to break it. I'm 40 shots in. I'm pretty sore from working out, and I have to really focus here, I can feel, because otherwise I can't throw a really bad shot here. All right, going for 7 perfect scores in Wheel of Targets at the easiest setting. First up is 8. Last time I had this, I hit 10. I barely made it. That was a miss. That was a miss. Got a little out of whack. My thumb kind of hung up in the ball, forced my hand left, and that's a miss. So start over. Not a good way to start the record attempt here, but I don't have to. The good thing is I don't have to actually do them in a row. It's just over time, so I can restart this. All right, attempt number 2 at the record. Let's see what we get here. Get 20 instead. All right. I think that was good. Ooh, a good old week 10. Yeah, 19.4, that's pretty close. Better start than last time. All right, give me 8 so I can get that out of the way. 10. Starting to hook a little bit there, but it was okay. 10.8, still decent. Again, I don't have to hit the pocket. I'm trying to, but I'm also like this many shots this quickly. It's hot in here. Like my hand's starting to get a little clammy. It's feeling a little weird on the thumb on some shots, so it's definitely affecting what I'm doing here. So I actually, even though I have 2 boards on each side, I have to be a little careful. 15. $17.0. Again, just a bad shot. Like, it's good enough for this. Luckily it wasn't 17.1, but just a bad shot kind of shut down my shoulders and everything. What I've talked about in some of my other videos that I worked on, I did not do that here. All right, let's move on. 18. All right, let's start being a little bit of a good bowler again here. Yeah. I think that looked more like a good bowler. 17.9, that's a good bowler shot. All right, 8. This was the one I failed before. Hit 10.5, the shot before I hit 10. So I need to get this one going right. Stupid timpin. Wow, really can't get it going right there right now. 9.9, good enough, but Jesus. But wow, it's not very good. I might have to, when I'm done here, I might have to practice at hitting 8. All right, 22. A little wide, but I think it's good. 21, yeah, a little wide, still pretty good. Don't know, when I'm trying to play those straight angles around 8, it just feels like my thumb won't come out of the ball as clean, so I'm kind of pulling it left. Need to fix that, but good news is we have 2 left, 5 and 12, so fairly straight angles. Hopefully I don't mess these up. I think what I have to focus on is getting my, like I've talked about in my videos, getting my second step to go a little more left and keeping my hand behind the ball so I get my thumb out of it. All right, 12, hopefully second to last shot of this challenge. That should be good. 12 exactly. That's what we want to do. Oh, there. That was definitely took just a couple more seconds and getting ready before I started my approach, and made sure my foot went in the right spot and my hand stayed behind the ball rather than coming around it. So my thumb actually allowed the ball to go right. All right. Last one, we know it's going to be 5. This is for 7 perfect scores in Wheel of Targets to break Braden's record and take the #1 spot in the world. Ooh, what a messenger to end it on. A little left of target, but it was good. That is 7 times 24. Let's look at the leaderboard here. Number 1 in the world, Specto Wheel of Target on easy mode. Now it's time to move on to the harder ones and go practice hitting the 8th board. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed a little challenge like this. This is just kind of like a fun challenge and kind of cool seeing your name at the top of a leaderboard. Let me know if you think these kind of challenges are cool, and let me know if you beat my score, like if you go and beat this score. But yeah, cool little challenge, more challenging than you think. Definitely even for a pro, if we throw a bad shot, we miss by more than 2 boards, and getting lined up the right way is more tricky than you might think it is. So go try this challenge, go have fun with it, go learn what you're doing right and wrong and what you have to do to hit your target all across the lane.